Hello everyone, welcome on back to Court Farms. So today is finally the day. It is time to sell the field beans, which I have a trailer full already. The highest price is Garden Center by a decent amount. So I think what I'll end up doing is I'll sell at least the 30,000 liters in this trailer at the Garden Center. Probably the last time we'll have the Zeter. So we'll probably be looking to buy the new tractor today. It's not on sale or anything, unfortunately, but it is what it is. I'm not sure about this Zeter. That one's kind of... I don't know yet. I don't know if we'll have enough money or not, and I'm more concerned about having the new tractor than the new Zeter. It's far cheaper to rent a tractor or rent a Zeter for the tractor than it is to rent a tractor for the Zeter. I'm leaning towards the JCB. I don't know. I think it'd just be something different. Although if we've really gotten to have anything like that. Because I think the max speed is like 40, 45. Something crazy like that. Never thought you'd see a tractor with that kind of top speed, but it would make it a lot more bearable if we have to head, to the garden center, for example, to sell something in the future. Going 45 is a lot faster than 30. As we can take a look here. It's not in the sales, of course. Let's see, it's $289. I know one of these we can actually switch to, wide tires. That's usually nice for mud, I believe. It's a little bit better. Yeah, because that's 305 to 350. Our other option was the class, I believe we were looking at. It's a little bit more as a class, but you do have obviously the higher options for horsepower if you want it in the future. So maybe that does make sense too. It is a pretty big drill, but it says it requires 300. Seems to be kind of the standard up here too. It's about 300. Oh, and since I know I was talking about it last 2 videos, I think, the Oxbow DLC is out now, so it's been out for a little while now, but the windrower is the most expensive option there is. It's quite expensive. It's like 150,000. So quite expensive. I think the most likely scenario of us using something from that pack would probably be a slurry tanker, maybe, or the grape harvester. Which our slurry tank is getting pretty full for the cows. If we do run into a scenario where we don't have any fields to put it on and we're full, then we'll have to probably sell some, just so we don't halt production on any sort of milk or anything. That would be the last thing I'd want to have happen. Ooh, just short of 400,000. Still, with the environmental score, it's over 150,000. I guess we'll head back down. But yeah, now that I'm thinking, I don't know if we'll have enough money actually to get both. How much is the Zeter? About 70, I guess. Before 70-ish plus 50,000. Yeah. I think we'll have enough. I think we'll have about 20,000 left over, something like that. Not a lot. But we won't have nearly as many rental fees. It's really the only things we'd be renting that would be like windrower, slurry tank, probably that forage pickup sometimes, maybe a forage wagon, that kind of stuff. That forage pickup I wouldn't mind buying, honestly. Be quite nice for emptying the pit out for the cows. A lot quicker than taking 15,000 liters at a time. And alright, so this is the last little bit loaded up. Where is it? I was going to say where's the highest, but of course it's not there anymore. Field beans. It's still obviously the highest at the garden center versus town stores. So town stores is down here. Yeah. We'll head down there. That'll be where we'll sell the last little bit. Obviously the 30,000 liters of field beans. Yeah, it's worth going, basically on the other end of the map to sell. But for 11,000 liters, it's not really. Well, I'm hoping once we get the tractor and the seeder, we can start looking to put our money into maybe some pigs. Not many. And maybe a horse, maybe. Trouble with the horses, like I said, is there's a lot of manual things you have to do. You have to ride it every day. I'm pretty sure you have to clean it. Is that a thing? I don't quite remember. It's been a while since I've looked into horses. And obviously that it really just stuff that I would end up doing off camera. So. But I know there are horse keeper mods and stuff. You could always download one of those and maybe do it that way. I always miss the road into here, so I'm trying to make sure I don't miss it this time. So that puts us at 455,000. Plus you figure the tractor, which would be about 70, 75. So 520 we'll be at once we sell that. Well, yeah, about 525, 530 actually. So yeah, my guesstimate of about 20-30,000 left would be pretty accurate, really. We should actually have enough to afford both. And we'll have enough money. Oh, thought I couldn't stop there for a second. Left over to still buy things or rent things as we need. And we'll probably head to the next month because I'm pretty sure the oats will be ready then. We'll at least get one of the harvests done and out of the way. That way we can maybe get it planted before the big harvest for the soybeans and field beans, which is like 2 months out now, 3 months out. Just those are the high priced crops. I'd like to make sure all hands are on deck for those. Make sure we get it completely harvested before the harvesting season is done for those. Alright, so we can take the old Zeter for one last drive. Be down to the store, which they should hopefully still be open. And now we can get it sold off. Been a good little tractor for us, so. But now it's on to bigger and better things. Mainly because I actually want to own my own planter, and I'd like a bigger one. Just for the sake of harvest or planting season. Obviously, you're trying to get everything planted in, you know, a 3-month window a lot of times, or something like that. Sometimes there are obviously the winter crops, well, which I'll definitely try and take advantage of having a field or two already planted. I believe the oats were actually late last year planted. I believe. Maybe they won't be. It kind of depends when they were planted. I think if they were planted at the tail end, maybe it'd be a little bit longer until they're ready to harvest. I don't know. There's the old Zeter. So it's been a pretty good tractor for us. 76,000 actually here. Plus we'll repair it and paint it, which is a lot of money. 100,000. Well, 530. Yeah, that is pretty accurate to what I thought it would be. We'll go ahead and sell that. It's probably the most money that we'll have for quite some time again. Now we have 2 big purchases to make. We'll do the tractor first. Yeah, like the class would be nice, obviously. To have the extra ability to go higher in horsepower. I don't think we really will need it. I don't think so. Most of our fields are fairly flat. I'm trying to look through planters too if we would possibly need a little bit more horsepower, but most of these are 350, which we probably could get away with. Yeah, I think we'll go with JCB. We'll go. That is only a wide tire on those. I do like that tread. Looks pretty nice. Go with that. 305. Go ahead and buy that. And then we'll go to the cedars. And here we are. We'll do the max. And yeah, that's the only difference I was going to do. Was to max out the seeds and fertilizer on it. We'll go ahead and buy that. $29,500 left. But those are 2 pretty big purchases for us. Obviously, a new tractor is kind of huge. And finally our own cedar drill. I honestly thought this was articulating. I thought this tractor was. I don't know. It's kind of surprising to me now. Because usually when you see the cab is in the center of it, you just figure it's articulating. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I am for certain looking forward to taking this down the highway. Nice interior. Obviously we're on a hill, so it probably won't hit max speed. So I'm quite happy with this. Let me know if anybody else, what anybody else is thinking. I think it's probably one of the better options we had. I know the drill probably is, because it's actually a direct drill and most of the bigger ones aren't. And tractor-wise, obviously there's a couple really good options there. But just to be able to go 43 in a tractor, 40, 45, 46? 46 in a tractor is just mind-boggling to me. We can definitely get things sold a lot faster. I think the tough part will probably be trying to figure out where to store this. I have a feeling this will not be a very easy thing to back up into that shed there. Well, I'll try it. If we can get it backed up into that shed, that would be nice. If we can't, then we can't. We could always use that bunker as its storage point, as the trailer's usually parked in there, so yeah, it's pretty well parked in there. It's good. We can actually go farther back too if we wanted. Well, I think we can go to the next month, and we should have... Just checking on the animals before I do so. Rabbits are usually the most likely to need stuff. They look fine. Yeah, you can see the slurry is getting pretty full. Pretty full. This next month, the oats should be ready. I feel like there's another darker stage after that, but I might be wrong. Kind of hope I am wrong. Let's go to the next month, and we can get the first harvest of the year done. Shouldn't take too long. It'll be just that field there. Alright, so good news. It is ready to harvest. The alfalfa is 2. Which, let's see, when is the soybeans? Not next month. And the field beans are not next month either. So maybe next time we could actually get those in and done. So I would like to get some slurry spread on some fields, at least at some point, so we don't have a situation where that gets full. We could probably fill this up with some diesel too. Yeah. I know I filled that tank up with like 1,000 liters at some point, so we do have a decent amount in there. We can look at what the full stage for alfalfa is while that's filling up, how it looks. See, very similar to grass, just with more flowers and stuff. It's obviously different, but I'm most curious if it grows back. We'll be finding that one out pretty soon. Hopefully it does. If it doesn't, then I could kind of understand why. Oh, here comes the fun part. Trying to get this pulled out of here without hitting the eggs or anything. And of course, we'll have the Deutzfahr doing the trailering now. As I said at one other point, basically what would happen is the Deutzfahr will get any jobs the Zeter had before. and the JCB would get jobs that the Deutz-Fahr had before. Which was mainly, like, the big thing for Deutz-Fahr was obviously planting. And I used it for basically everything else as well. Probably my most used tractor by a good margin. I think the Zetor had 7 hours on it, and that is like 20. Well, quite a big difference, really. Let's get this changed to straw. I don't think it'd be much money, but it's still worth the doing. Maybe we'll need it for horses, maybe for bedding for them, or even the pigs. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know how all those animals really work. Well, it looks like the yield is probably a little bit worse. So I know I don't obviously know everything about how slurry works. So I don't know if we should apply it twice, maybe. So I don't know how all that works, but I think buying a slurry tanker would definitely be high on the list of things to buy. That way we could sell from it and spread it on any fields, you know. Which I think if we owned our own, we could actually apply it before we would plant, which should bring down the amount we use for fertilizer, at least on crops that support precision farming. So like field beans, I don't think it would do anything. But, you know, oats, soybeans, which you wouldn't want to apply it for soybeans. I believe that uses little to none at once. Well, I think I'll go ahead. We'll do a time lapse for this. We'll, you know, see how far we get in that, 10-minute range like usual. I would think we'd be mostly done with the field by then. We'll see. So I'll go ahead and talk to everyone once the time lapse is done. Alright, so we are just about done in this field here. I do want to look at what slurry tankers we have available, just to see what kind of price range we're looking at. It wouldn't have to be massive. Because really, we'd really only use it when we have a decent amount. Where, we know we have enough to finish that entire field. So So let's take a gander. A great tray there. Oh, I would say it's probably a little bit more narrow. It would fit through, well, the rows that you have. Slurry tankers. Oh, they're not too bad. 15-meter width. It's not super big. Where is the one that we used the last time? I think it's this one. So really, this wouldn't be that bad. It's 37, but we would need... Oh. We would need one of... wouldn't we need a spreader thing for it? I think. It's like one of these. Not actually 100% certain, but yeah, we should. Oh, it doesn't have the... John Deere sensor. We actually would need that. So maybe we'd be looking for this then, which is basically the same as this one already. So we'd be looking right around 60,000. That one doesn't have it either. I'll say maybe it's on that part of it. But yeah, we'd be looking for this then. Yeah, that'd be like 70,000 with this. Yeah, basically right on 70,000. It's pretty expensive. We'd probably end up renting it for a while. And then obviously the big drivable slurry tanks are a lot of money to rent. A lot more than I would want to do. Does this take... Oh, it does take slurry. So if we really needed to, we could use this to actually sell the slurry. I would like not to as much as I can. I don't know how badly I'd want to put, slurry and then put water for the animals or, milk. But yeah, if we absolutely needed to, we could fill that up and just sell a little bit. It wouldn't be a lot of money, obviously, but just so we can continue any sort of milk production. That would make it worth it. I would assume it's not too far away from being full. So there should be about 30,000 actually. Based off of how much we had in there. 35,000 at max. Probably be a little bit less. Like usual, it is just a little bit less. We do have a lot of milk. Yeah, slurry, I'd imagine the cow's max is probably right around 90 to 100,000 liters. So we probably only have a month or two more until it's like we have to do something. So I'm hoping we can probably have a worker do some of this over here and we can get that baled up. So we have a little bit of time until field beans and soybeans are ready. We have a decent amount of time for alfalfa harvest time. I like to get it all baled up if I can. So, how much is I know we did that selectable bale size. How much are those? So I would honestly prefer to use just because it doesn't. The Hestons always get stuck, which can be kind of a fun time. Those are round bales. How much is a square bale one? 153,000. We could just get a round bale of it too. 189,000 or 189 centimeter bales. we could. I'm not the greatest with stacking them, but I'd learn. Yeah, so maybe we'll end up going after this then. How much is the Heston's? Probably about 50,000 sold. Maybe 55. Hard to say. So yeah, we could probably get a selectable bale size. I guess technically this would probably work. It's just a little, well, it shows it's smaller, but it might actually be a fine size-wise with the way the mod works. Can I use, on my trailer, bale loaders, I think it's that, yep. I'm just curious. Okay, we could put one on both sides, okay. So something like that. We could actually do that then. Because it's easier to stack them if I have that. There are auto stack options. I don't know if it would work with the selectable bale capacities of it. So I might have to take a look then at those other balers when I get a chance off camera, just to see how big is a selectable bale capacity of 139. Is it similar to the other ones? Otherwise, we could probably go after that one. I think that'll probably be one of the better options. They're just a lot easier to deal with than the Hestons can be kind of difficult sometimes with how they are in the forks, and they get stuck on the forks, and they're not a lot of fun to deal with. I might just do that. As much as I'm not super great with stacking round bales, but if I get them on a decent size where I'm only going to stack 5 on the trailer, I could do that. I'm sure I could do that. Anyways, I think that is about everything for today. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.